we're live.
We're live.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna send them like the Carson too.
Good. Do you know who I am? Do you know why I brought you here today?
Well, all right. Live on air. This is exciting.
We're live.
Jen, do you know if we can cut this at all, or is it just going to be the live thing?
Yeah, we're live.
But will you be able to edit it later? Is my question.
Yeah, I can send this video to Bryce and he can, or you, through YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I know how to edit now, so that's cool. Wait, could you actually not hear me with my headphones in?
No, we couldn't.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, this makes for a shitty situation. Wait a second. Yeah, you totally could.
No, we
No,
couldn't.
we actually couldn't.
Let me try it again. Hold on.
Stop.
Hold on.
Talk.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Say something.
I don't have it working yet.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
That's what we'll just have to do.
Are you ready?
Okay.
What the hell's our show called?
Introductions?
I don't know what I like
Podcast or us?
podcast or us.
Who do you want to intro us in?
Probably you or Bryce.
Okay.
Let's see. Bryce, it's up to you.
No, I'm good with you doing this. I don't want to.
Are we just talking about movies, or is it just like whatever we want to talk about?
I think the main focus is gonna be on movies, but like, we can talk about anything.
Okay. How do you guys?
Edit this part out? What'd you say? We can't hear you. No, I can't hear you.
Yeah, it's a no-go.
Yeah, I can hear you.
They can feel it. Oh no.
Hear me now.
Yeah.
Now that I.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you
Damn it! I
now.
really want to use this.
You can
Anyways,
use it next time.
movies. Oh, here's my question. How do you guys feel about swearing on it?
Ooh. Ooh.
No,
Ooh.
let's actually refrain from that.
What?
Let's refrain from swearing. Like, obviously, an occasional, like, an animated reaction that requires, that's fine, but, like, let's not use it as much.
Okay. And you have questions already that you want to ask?
I feel like Harry should be like the person who starts like the thing where he's like, okay, so this is what's going on in the world.
Ooh. I have no problem.
Have you guys been following with, like the primary races so far?
Damn it, no.
Let's see. If you want to talk
What were
about
the questions that you had?
Oh, they were kind of makeshift. I had one about like how right now, like in terms of, like summer and like winter blockbusters, like there's two main companies. It's Sony and Disney. And that's it. And it's like it's a dual monopolization of just everything that like makes big money now in film, at least. Like you have Disney, who has Marvel, their own Pixar, and then Star Wars now.
Yeah.
In recent events, and then you have Sony, which makes almost everything else.
Okay, and that's what we wanted to talk about?
That's just one topic.
That is one topic. I wanted to
Do you guys like that topic?
I like that topic.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I'll do an intro, and then does everyone want to like say something? I don't know. Like, I'll introduce you guys.
Do it like a person would do it.
Just fucking roll out.
Yeah. You don't have to make it so formal. We can just it's supposed to be natural.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly.
No, I want to make this unnatural as possible. Alright, act really awkward and like try to say a punchline every minute.
Like Johnny, basically.
Yep.
Oh my god, can we invite him?
No.
No.
No, please don't.
So, yeah, I won't.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to start here?
You're the TV broadcaster here. You gotta tell us what's
Okay.
what.
All right. Give me 3 seconds of just silent, and then I'll start. Okay. Hello, everyone. You're listening to Podcasts Are Us, or I guess if we're gonna turn this into a video cast, you're also watching us, which is kind of creepy, in a way. You have me, Carson Barkham, Harry Chen, and Bryce Brown, the one looking down over there. And oh, there he is.
Oh wait, we're
And,
recording video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Are we?
we should.
We're recording something either
Okay.
way, and we are basically going to talk about movies because we all know movies pretty well, and probably some other crap too. Just kind of anything random. And yeah, I know Harry's come up with a few questions. Do you have one that you might want to start with, Harry?
Sorry. Okay. Pushing Harry to the
No,
side.
you sound a bit weird for that second. Yeah, like I said before we started this, the question I really want to talk about is how the film industry right now, for all the big movies that's come out in the past, I would say 4 years, like how have they just been dominated by Disney and Sony and basically all other like the subsidies of Sony, like Columbia and such, and how the material has gotten like really saturated. That's my opinion, and I think Bryce shares the kind of same view.
I do. No, I like where you were going with that, with the whole like monopolization or anything like that, because there's so much. I feel like everything for big budget movies nowadays, I really don't want to push that it like art is slowly dying in the film industry for big box office movies, and how movies are actually getting kind of worse as we progress through the 20th century here, 21st century. Not the 20th.
So that's our main views. I think Carson says something different.
No, I mean it's definitely right to a point. I know what the first blockbuster, because I know that's what we were talking about off camera, was how it's basically blockbusters. First one was Jaws, what 75 or something like that.
Yeah.
You look at who makes movies now. It's what? Walt Disney, 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers, Paramount, Columbia, and Universal. I feel like that's 6 companies that basically are responsible for every movie that comes out except for independent film. And yeah, I feel like to a point there's a blender going on.
That's my bathroom. It makes like
really
weird noises.
unprofessional.
I don't know.
Hey, it's fine. Is it done?
I think so.
Is it a milkshake or a smoothie?
It's not a milkshake. It's my toilet that like just randomly.
Wait, it was a toilet? You're making a toilet
It's like a
smoothie?
chainsaw.
No,
Oh.
it's yeah.
Oh.
So continue.
Anyway, so there's you have 6 companies, and this is a classic monopoly, and you have that with basically any industry at all that has 6 companies making it or making anything.
Yeah.
What? Do you really think 20th Century Fox is going to work its ass off to try to impress Warner Brothers? No, they all realize they can make dumbed-down movies, and people are going to buy them, and people are going to see them. Like look at Transformers is a hit. What even is that? What is that?
Mainly
It's
in
robots attacking each other.
Oh.
There's so much product placement in these movies now. I watched a clip of the new Transformers movie, and it's literally Mark Wahlberg like driving into a Bud Light truck, and then he drives into a Bud Light truck, and then all the Bud Lights fall out. The driver gets out and tries to fight him. He knocks the driver out, and then drinks a Bud Light, like chugs one, and then goes. That's a scene in a movie.
Wait, that's
dude.
surprising to me. That's surprising to me of all things,
Yeah,
because when I was going off about Man of Steel and how, like, dude, every single place they were ramming into Sears, Denny, they could have rammed into any building.
Dude, literally in the fight scene between General Zod and Superman, like that fight scene in like the downtown Smallville, they destroyed. I think they destroyed an IHOP, a Sears, I think a Mobile One gas station, and like another like small like a GM truck that like explicitly had a shot saying GM on the car, and it was like.
I mean,
Wow, like in the span of like 2 minutes, it was disgusting.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no, it definitely is. There are still, high quality movies out there, and it's mainly independent film. That's the thing. You can't say that there's no good movies out there, because there are. Like, look at recent, like Birdman came out last year. That's incredibly, like, there's a lot of thought put into that, But as far
Yeah.
as blockbusters, you just don't see that. Like, Godfather was a blockbuster when it came out. It was incredibly popular. You don't see that anymore. It's all crap.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, like also like a lot of these like Oscar-winning movies that come out, like just forever, like they've been supported by the Big Six, like you said. Like, it might be like they're like the directors, like you know how like all like the really like A-list actors have their own companies, like I know George Clooney, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, of course. They all have like they all have their own companies, but those companies are backed up a lot by the Big Six, and like the material they make, like it's very good. This is the reason why they won Oscars and such. But like it just like shows you like the power, the purchasing power of like these Big Six companies. Like they have so like I'm just talking about like Sony's subsidiaries, like Marvel's like Disney subsidiaries, like Marvel and Star Wars and subsidiaries of that and that. Like it's just a gigantic branch of small companies that make different movies, obviously different from the blockbusters, but they're still heavily funded or owned by the Big Six. And like that's just insane to me.
And I mean that goes beyond movies. If you look at the industry of the country, of the world, most of it is it's like a tree, and everything kind of just branches. You have like the sticks or whatever at the top, and all these kinds just come off of them. And I think why we see it in film more, or why we're pointing it out, is because there's an art to it. You talk about industry, and that's industry. That's making a product, selling a product. But this is art. There's an art appreciation behind it. And if you don't have that in an art field, is it really art?
Yeah.
Well, we're actually getting so much stupider than we were before, and it's just the fact that it's not that we're stupid.
I'm sorry, I'm really cutting you off. I don't agree with that. I really don't think we're stupider. Like,
well, that's what I was going to say before.
Guys, we're getting so
stupid, but we're acting stupid.
We're getting so stupider that we don't realize it's actually called more stupid. Stupider isn't a word, so just throwing that out.
I'm saying stupider.
No, what I'm saying is that I think I don't think like define how you define stupid, right? Like I think right now our interpretation of the mass amounts of information that we can have is definitely worse than 10 years ago, than 20 years ago, obviously. But like in terms of like the amount of information that we have access to, like that, like it's the best that's always gonna been. Like it's always gonna get better and better. But the interpretation of this information is just getting worse and worse because like we can make a huge we can derive from this conversation about film all the way to like about social media and all the way about to like the human psyche of like what social media means to us now. We can talk about that, but I don't know if you guys want to, but like it like all this is connected somehow. And if you like, so like all I'm saying is like we're not getting stupid. It's just our interpretation, like, is getting worse, and the amount of knowledge that we have to assess and accumulate now is just so much more.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
we definitely have high access to really anything. I can go off on a tangent right now, search something up real quick on my laptop, and I have the facts to go on that tangent, and I don't know a thing about it. So,
hmm Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was saying though. It's not the fact that in my definition that is the fact of getting more stupid about film and stuff like that. That's where I was going. It's not that we're actually a stupid culture. It's the fact that we can't really perceive what we're seeing that well because we're so like you said, it's saturated. It's just stuff they figured out the perfect formula and we're so used to that formula. We don't want anything different. We're stuck in this little bubble. Every time we go in a movie, we want this, we want this. If someone tries to do something different, we're like, oh, well, screw that. That's not something I'd like because they should have done this. I don't know. Like for an example, like if you ever leave a horror movie, actually no, not that example. Interstellar of all things. Even Christopher Nolan himself was like, yeah, we were gonna try to do something risky, but we didn't. And that's why Interstellar was a good movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was good. Just because
that's not going to be remembered at all.
It won't be remembered for being a risk taker. 2001: A Space Odyssey. If you show that to people nowadays, only a majority will like it because nobody has the patience for that movie. One, and nobody is open-minded enough to even like see that because we're so used to this one perfect Western style like of going about like the plot and everything like that, where there's a rising action climax and then resolution. It's so there. We're so used to this. But then when something tries to break that, everyone just doesn't like it.
No, it's like I think if you ask any like average viewer, like average just film goer these days about 2001, they would like if you ask them to watch it today and they've never seen it, they'll just think, wow, this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like it or not. I probably won't like it. And then, but if you ask them in 5 years' time about 2001, they'll still remember it.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably guaranteed they'll still remember it, but it's just like it's not gonna be the fondest memory for them, but they'll remember it.
They will. It's a movie that stands out among any because it's different. It has for what meaning it does have behind it, no one knows. The director died with his meaning, and he knew that. Like he didn't. A great artist never reveals what they're trying to show to you, so it's left to our interpretation. But it's just like that's the kind of thing that this film is supposed to be about: a communication, a message to the audience in a way where it will help us like be more open-minded, get a message across, do something. I don't know. It's a communication. That's what art is. And it's like it's nothing but explosion of robots and product placement. Well, not everything.
It really kind of is his magnum opus in a way, don't you think? 2001 being like his biggest film, his best film as far as what he stands for. I feel like I don't know. It's beautiful, just in every sense of the word.
It is beautiful, and I was actually talking to Harry about this earlier because I was in a class and my teacher was just like, it is a very nice satirical way about everything, and because when you think of the plot line, it doesn't follow anything. The main protagonist of the film, as one of my teachers pointed out, was that like you don't see him. The first shot that you see the character, he's sleeping. He's not a hero at all. He's just like, he's showing.
I feel like the characters are incredibly bland too, and I feel like that's on purpose.
Yes,
it
was done on purpose.
This is what our culture's come to, and he obviously didn't predict the future, the right way with the way technology works in the future, but he did predict a lot of things, like how technology basically controls our lives, how bland our race is, I don't know, like how humanity is today. And I agree with you. Everything is incredibly saturated, and I think that it does make us stupid. Yeah. It does. You can show anyone a high art, high meaning film, and a lot of people will just say, I don't like it. If you go to half of the kids, like on my campus at my school, and you show them any artsy movie, you name it, it doesn't matter. most of them are going to say, I don't like it. Because they're used to this crap now, and I hate it. This is like where our society is going. It's
And
ridiculous.
to going off of that, like the fact that we have to define movies as artsy, like it's that itself. Like I'm not like
Yeah.
what you said is fine, but like the fact that we have to do that to differ this and this disgusts me. Like it should just be movies. Like you should like for a movie go, you should tell which one. Obviously, depends like how a movie like speaks to you, how a movie like how you feel about a movie, how it reflects on your experiences. That too, but I think you just like I think the fact that we have to call a movie like artsy, a movie like good, to just like differ itself. Like we can't like do it's not even a two to sense anymore. It used to be. It used to be like it used to be you go to movies, you see like like Coppola, like Francis Ford. I can't even say his last name,
Coppola.
but Coppola. You used to be like this is like you saw it and like everyone thought like this movie's good. This movie is good. Like there wasn't like a huge like divergence and like this movie was bad. This movie's good. It was just like this movie's good.
Mhm.
Either it didn't speak well with you, but like you appreciated like what it was trying to do. You know. Now it's like, yeah, you said it. Like it's just I don't know.
Most movies are mindless now, I feel like.
It's
Like
mindless.
like the Expandables. You can't tell me that's a good movie. And then he said, I mean, sure, everyone has their opinion, and yeah, I guess you can like it for certain things, but come on, there's nothing there. There's no substance, you know.
It's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same for like all different kinds of art forms. So I'm not going to talk about like paintings because I'm a really bad judge of modern art. I just don't understand it. But like in terms of music in general, like you guys know about music. Like
I'm all about
it's
that
literally
bass,
just
dude.
mindless now. It's just big subwoofer sound, like a really like pimpin' beat, and then just some words slapped on that reflects gang life or some other over-sexualized dramatization of life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, oh, definitely. The only thing I'll say about that is you can look at any decade in the past, and you can kind of see that. Maybe not a pimp and beat, or Pitbull singing about how he's always in the club because he's just never. He's not always been around. But like I don't know. You look back at the '80s, and you have the tragedy that was Madonna. Like these things happen, honestly. There's always pop culture, and it never really stands the test of time because you have other artists, other bands, other albums, and other movies and directors that stand the test of time and are remembered for, their artistic production of whatever art they're in.
Mhm.
People aren't going to remember Transformers. People aren't going to remember Flo Rida or Pitbull for being iconic, pieces of shit. That's the truth. And people won't remember them. It doesn't matter how much money they made, like, today. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you think in like 10 years, in like 20, 30 years time when when we're our parents' age, do you think people will still like sing Teenage Dream and talk about how good those days were when they said they sang Teenage Dream on radio?
Oh, you mean Katy Perry?
Yeah, do you think so?
Yeah. I
I
don't
think
know.
it would.
Because like that's the same thing for every generation. You have the beat like for example the perfect example is the '60s. You have the Beatles, the epitome of pop culture, and then you have all these other like rock and like folk bands that just surround they surround the Beatles and like they all went popular. They all like stood the test of time. Test of time, but like, do you think now is the same? You have like Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, like are they gonna stand the test of time?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know. It really depends on where music goes in the future, I feel like, and this can still relate to film because we're kind of getting off topic there. I don't really know. I think I'd like to look at more like where do you think these arts will go? Because like you mentioned how crappy music is now, and I agree the pop of now is a lot worse than the pop of then. Um, but like, where do you think that goes? Like, is it all just going to be synthesizer music and like robots? Like, is it basically all Daft Punk music? You know?
I mean, like I think in a sense of music, like almost in any art industries, hindsight's 2020. For like, there were people in the 60s who like there's a lot of people in the 60s just like now that we hate the pop culture now. The people in the 60s also hate the Beatles, and the thing is that I think the major difference is that the innovation, the creativity of the Beatles stood the test of time. And obviously Beatlemania was a huge deal, but like back then, like the bands, the rock bands, the folk singers, all had this sense of like create like this, whether it's like like drug based or whatever based, I don't even know. They did some crazy shit back then, but they yeah, they did a lot of weird stuff, but like they had this sense of creativity that just stood the test of time beyond anything, popularity, record sales, anything. They had this sense of creativity, and I think now the music, like since like I think 10, 15, maybe even 20 years ago, they started getting the hang of it. Like I think when Daft Punk first came out with Homework, like their first EP, like it was revolutionary in a sense. Like it revolutionized dance music, and that was a huge deal.
Of
But now,
course.
like like I said, everybody's copying Daft Punk. Everyone has been copying Daft Punk since then with dance music, with EDM music. So I don't know. Like I think the sense of creativity is still here. Like like obviously me and like Carson, like Kendrick Lamar's album, very creative, very strong. There's always for each generation, there's always gonna be like a shining light in terms of like creativity for all art forms. It's just it's just how people interpret it, like by each generation. And I think the difference in creativity between popular music now and the music that's still considered good by like the music critics, like it's just so big. Back then, in the '60s, you had people who were saying that who the film critics were saying the Beatles were good and they're the most popular.
Hmm.
It was like back in the '60s, they had the perfect combination of critical acclaim and popularity. Now, for popular music, you only have popularity. You don't have any critical acclaim. You don't see like people from like Pitchfork or Rolling Stone or like NME or like all those music magazines saying Katy Perry Prism #1 album of the year. You don't see that.
Yeah.
You know,
No, that's a good point.
like I think just the difference between like the difference between creativity between popular music and actual good music now. I'm really using the actual good music really loosely, but it's just so big from any other generation. And it's the same for films in this generation. That was a good segue. I like that segue.
No,
It's the
no,
same
I
thing
was
for the
gonna
films.
say that is.
I was like, damn, that's a good segue.
It's the same thing for films. Like you just had one of my favorite one of my favorite movies ever, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Great movie. Great.
Has some statistics. It has like I think it has like a 0% Rotten Tomatoes, or 13 on Metacritic, and a 3.9 IMDb. So it's a pretty good movie. Um, that's considered like a popular like family movie, right? And like also the biggest one, the biggest example, Transformers, and then you have all these like weird sappy love movies, like Nicholas Spark-esque movies, or just Nicholas Spark movies. Like that
How
just,
about
and then you have
what's it called? 50 Shades. Perfect example.
50 Shades.
50 Shades.
Because what did that get? Like a
Shut-
4 on IMDb?
I will debate this with you. No, IMDb is like people were voting before that movie even came out. It already had like 40,000 votes the day that it was in theaters, and it didn't even make that much in the box office opening weekend. The thing about that is people are like, I gotta spam this. This movie sucks, because they took a trash script and made an amazing movie out of it. And not amazing, obviously. I take that back. They made a decent movie I actually thought it was pretty well entertaining. People were like, "I hate this movie. It's over sexualized." It's like I don't see what's happening. They actually focused on meaning behind it. They focused on, just a good, solid character evolution. Like the way that I determine a good movie is if the character changes in the end, and you're like, "Wow, that was a pretty entertaining journey." And craziness. No, I liked it. No, if I can, articulate my
Yeah,
thoughts
no,
better.
that's fine. I heard that the chemistry between the two was pretty weak.
It
So,
was pretty weak.
yeah.
Then again, it was a weak book. I actually read half of it. Uh,
Oh, really?
yeah, that's why I was like, wow, that was actually a pretty decent movie. But no, I enjoyed it. People were so weirded out by the concept, but that's the thing. People are like, wow, I didn't really know where this movie was going. I didn't really like the themes that they were showing. It's like, it was different. It was a different movie. That's what I'm talking about. People hated that movie. I don't know. It was just like, it was a different movie, and that's what I liked about it.
Carson, what you said about like where like the art industry, like film especially, is going, I think if you said the statement 6, 7 years ago that all movies could be like categorized in like four categories, like Nicholas Spark-esque movies, really big action-packed blockbusters, the occasional like black or like between like racially black and racially white like comedies, and then you have like all variants of like Adam Sandler-esque like comedies. Like you could like, describe all four popular movies 6, 7 years ago like those movies.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah.
think now, like the film industry realized that a while ago, and they started like you see all these different movies that there's more book adaptation than before. Like
Yeah.
you see, like the most notable ones are like Divergent and Catching and like, the Hunger Games series. Like those ones, like I would describe them as bad movies. I personally didn't find them entertaining whatsoever, except for the first Hunger Games. Everything else was just kind of bland to me.
The
But
second one was pretty
they
good.
have this sense of like seriousness that you don't see you don't see in the popular movies back then. There's obviously still like those like racially like black movies like the Kevin Hart movies like the Tyler Perry, even though he's been kind of inactive so
Yeah.
far. But there are still like those Adam Sandler-esque movies. But
Mm.
I think like the mix is getting smaller and smaller. It's getting more diversified, and the companies
Oh my god, everything's going wrong.
Oh, there's the
focusing
blender.
on more like source materials like books and like Walter Mitty last year, like, based on a short novel, and like I think that
Yeah.
was a pretty good movie,
But
and like that movie's very popular too.
Was that a book?
yeah, it was a
Yeah, that
book.
was a short story by a guy who wrote in like 1937. I forget his
The
name.
thing is, though, is that yeah, there's a lot of book adaptation, but throughout the past 70 years, there was nothing but book adaptations of like everything. Like 12 Angry Men, you got the One Who Flew the Cuckoo's Nest, How to Kill a Mockingbird. Like you had all these big hits just based off of books. Like even when they were writing 2001, for example, they wrote the book while they were writing the script. They did that for a lot of movies just because they figured they could make more profit that way. And
Actually, yeah, most of Kubrick's movies, if that's the route you want to go, like A Clockwork Orange, The Shining, Lolita.
mhm.
Um, I think Doctor Strangelove was original, right?
I think it was.
And
Yeah, 'cause it was definitely more relevant to the time, and it
The
was like,
Paths of Glory was original, I think, and Eyes Wide Shut. But yeah, most movies are adapted. I will agree with you, Harry, and say that yeah, I feel like in the past you probably had like a couple each year as like big adapted movies based off of books or short stories or whatever, or even like poems or something. But now I feel like it's every single is based off of a book or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think it's just
And
whether it's like they're running out of ideas. I don't really know, but it's selling like always.
mhm. Oh, it
yeah,
sells. You know what else sells?
what?
Oh, okay. No. I don't know.
What else sells?
Sex.
Sex does
Right.
sell. It's been selling for a while.
There's a Age of Ultron already has a 9.3
I
on
don't
That's
understand.
IMDb.
so dumb.
How many early screenings can there be? How many early screenings can there possibly
Probably
freaking be?
actually a lot though.
5,750.
No. No.
Age of Ultron is one of the best movies I've ever watched.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
a cookie.
Why? Like, it can't be like. Would you guys agree? Like, for some movies, like some generic like archetypes of movies, there's a certain limitation of how good it gets
Hmm.
based on like who's making it. The publisher, in this case, is Disney. So it can't be like superly brutal. It can't like show like the emotional impact of like a physical or mental like injury. So like there's just limitations to how good a movie could be.
Hmm.
And like how could this movie be so like good? I just don't understand.
Because it's the same thing why people
Yeah,
like
I don't
Guardians
know.
of the Galaxy. You kids can watch it, adults can watch it, everyone can watch it because like it's made for to hit the masses. It's just made to be a good
I don't
movie.
know. I think Guardians is different. Guardians surprised everyone. I feel like I remember us and like all of our friends, and we talked about that movie before it came out. And I think the only one who wanted to see it was Johnny. It's because he'll watch any superhero movie ever. And like the rest of us were like, this movie's gonna be awful. And then we watched it, and I think all of us liked it.
I actually thought
You
the
know?
movie was like the same exact thing that I've seen. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good, but it was like it wasn't anything new. It was funny. They had good funny moments in there.
Isn't that what
was the
Marvel
only thing
does
that
though?
made
They
it
add
stand
like
out.
comic relief throughout all their movies, and
Yeah.
at certain points, it's like engineered at certain points, and like that, and they add like a different like atmosphere. Like all those the newer generation Marvel movies, like from the Avengers on, have like they're definitely way better than the pre-Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like even the Thors, even Thor 2 is better than Thor 1 by a lot.
Oh,
And just like they invented like a new formula. Have you
Mhm.
noticed that? Like I can't put my mind on it. If I did put my where like exactly what they changed, I could probably go into Disney, like get a job there because that's what they would do. Like that's what those people are paid for, like changing up the formula just a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think with Galaxy, it worked better. The comedy aspect worked better
Mhm.
because look at the cast you have. First of all, you have Bradley Cooper as a raccoon. You have Vin Diesel as like a plant, and the lead is Chris Pratt. Like that's what he's known for is comedy.
Being a
And
goofball.
in Avengers, it's the Hemsworth guy. He's not funny. The guy from Hurt Locker, he's not funny.
Mhm.
One of the brothers in Foxcatcher, that's not funny. I don't think that movie. I don't think that the Avengers, or really anyone in the Avengers so far, I don't think that the comedy works because I don't think that these people are funny at all. And I feel like it works more in Guardians of the Galaxy because they're a bunch of misfits pretty much. And I think it's just silly. I go in with a little bit more of a loose feeling, you know?
Yeah. Well, I completely agree with you 100%. The only thing that it would be like Robert Downey Jr. is kind of known as the funny guy. His comedy works.
Yeah, okay, that's true. His does. And Harry, going off of what you said,
Harry's not here.
Harry's gone. Well, going off of what Harry said, yeah, there feels like there's a new formula, but I mean, it doesn't work with Iron Man. You see Iron Man 3? It
No.
wasn't good. It wasn't
Haven't seen
good.
it. Really?
I didn't like it at all. And I mean, I really didn't even like Iron Man 2 that much. Really, the only one you can like is the first one,
Mhm.
I think. But Harry, did you see Iron Man 3?
I did. Have you all seen it?
No.
I've seen like half of it. I kind of just turned it off.
Okay, yeah. It's nothing really special. It's just another Marvel movie. I could offend a lot of people with that phrase. So for anyone out there who actually would get offended, I'm really sorry. But yeah, it's just another Marvel movie. Good comedy. good action. It leads up to the next Avengers.
Yeah.
That's what
It
all those
leads up
Marvel
to the
movies
next
are.
Avengers.
They just lead up to the next big Avengers, and then repeats the cycle, and they're gonna do it again because Marvel is generating billions of money, billions of all kinds of currency by using the same exact method,
All
and
kinds of
get better.
currency. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. One thing I will give credit to Marvel is we mentioned blockbusters before, and basically monopolies. I feel like they have a monopoly on superheroes. It's insane. It really is. It's insane to watch. Not even the movies. I don't even mean the movies as like crazy to watch. I mean how they map out like the just like all the heroes that they're gonna make in the Marvel universe when they're doing it. They have TV shows now. Like they have Netflix only shows. They have cable shows. It's insane
Dude,
how
the
they're
video
I will
games, the
admit,
toys.
that Daredevil on Netflix is pretty good. It's very
Dude,
good, actually.
they're dominating every medium, and it's crazy to watch. I think.
Mhm.
I think it's amazing. You know.
It's crazy.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh no, you go.
No, I was just gonna talk about DC's inability to match up with Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're trying to play. They're trying to play keep up, and it's bothering me. You wanna know why it bothers me? Because of Batman versus Superman.
No.
That
Okay.
pissed me off.
No. I just gotta interrupt you for a second. But like, no, I figured out like it took someone to explain this to me that like apparently Batman's suit is like it's like kryptonite or something where it makes it so that he can actually take on Superman. So it's like it's an equal match apparently, and it's just like that makes a lot of sense. Now this can actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it pisses me off that they're doing Batman like 3 years after one of the best superhero movies ever made.
Yeah.
Or
Well-
trilogies. Dark Knight Rises is the worst one out of all those. But
Oh wait. Okay. Wait, do you both agree with that?
yeah.
I have no statement.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
Dude,
I
clearly-
think that.
All right. Can we both agree? Can we all agree Dark Knight's the best one?
No.
Yeah.
You like Batman Begins the most?
No. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I like Batman and Robin from the 90s. That was the best.
Oh my
talking
god.
I'm talking about the Chris Nolan trilogy.
No, of course the Dark Knight's the best. That's like asking, is the grass green? Yeah, it's freaking green.
No, it could be yellow, dude. It could be yellow because of like pollution.
It could be
Because
yellow.
pollution.
Or brown.
Yeah. No, but if
So
anything,
yeah, the Dark Knight is number one. Wait, do you really think that Rise is worse than Begins?
I think Rises is. We were talking earlier about watered down, crappy movies. There it is, man. It's right there.
generic ending.
Batman Begins is a comic book's dream of a movie. It's great. If you love comics, and some people just eat them up, and that's not me, but that's your comic book movie. It is built for those comic book readers. The Dark Knight is for movie viewers. People like us who love movies. It has that in it. It's genius.
Mhm.
You know, the way it's plot driven as far as a film. For comics, it's terrible. It really is. If you're a comic book goer, it's not good. But here's the catch: Dark Knight Rises sucks for people who love movies and people who love comics. It's the third one. It's the Fast and Furious crap. It's the Transformers-esque. You're blowing up a football field. Bane doesn't look like that. Okay, that's it. He's not a genius in anything else except for that movie. He's an idiot who runs around and gets
Whoa,
juice
that's
pumped.
so not true. In the comic books, he's not an idiot. He was very smart.
Really?
When he was not on drugs. When he was not doing whatever. Venom. When he was not doing Venom, he was smart.
Oh, okay.
And when he was on Venom, he wasn't dumb. Okay.
All right.
But still, though, no, I completely okay. Well, I'm seeing your point there, and you have a fairly amazing point that is. But like, if you're getting mad at anything, like for movies wise, like DC or stuff like that, get mad at Sony for Spider-Man and how they
my
cut
God, of
off
course.
the trilogy.
Absolutely. No. My only point is that I don't really. I don't love the idea of them bringing Batman back so soon. You know,
Yeah,
that's
It's not
just like
that soon. When you think of it,
Yeah.
it's literally like 7 years ago.
it feels too soon for me. That's the thing.
Oh wait, sorry, I was talking about the one that I remember, The Dark Knight. See, we're talking.
It's like 3 years ago. Four when the movie comes
It's
out.
like
It'll be
3
4
years.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I know, and they need to make money, but
Yeah.
to me, I just don't love it.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, no, I can see your point, but there's literally from those two characters, Man of Steel is gonna have like two like other movies after that, and then Batman, who knows what they're gonna do for that too, and then they're gonna
I
have
think
Justice League,
Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
oh, Justice League. Justice League.
Suicide Squad.
Speaking,
Oh, Suicide
that
might be
looks
good.
really good.
That might be good.
That looks really good. What you got? Jared Leto, Will Smith. What? Margot Robbie's in it. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
You have Lex Luthor. You have Jesse Eisenberg. I like Jesse Eisenberg. I like him.
Yeah. I like him in one movie. I like him in one movie. The
I like
Social
him.
Network.
Yeah, I love him. That's one of my favorite movies. But that's I'm a bit biased, but
Mm.
But if you want to mention the Spider-Man movies with Sony, there's a prime example of what I'm afraid of with Batman. Is they brought back a character simply for money, and look at how it did. Pretty bad, right?
was Jamie Foxx the villain in the last Spider-Man?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Jamie Foxx is the villain. But now they've reached an agreement, Marvel and Sony, that neither of them will make profit off of the character Spider-Man. Is that what I'm hearing?
I have absolutely
What?
no idea, dude.
No, they have to make.
Yeah,
profit.
you didn't know that? They reached an agreement that Marvel could put Spider-Man in their movies because he's part of the Avengers historically, or in comic book history or whatever. Yeah, and they reached an agreement where they can put Spider-Man in the movies, but they don't make profit off of him, or something like that.
I don't even know how you determine profit, like based on one character.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they pay Sony a certain amount or something, and then money that they get off of like character, like I don't know, like action figures or some shit goes to Sony. I don't know, but
It would have
I'm
to be like
excited.
actual physical products.
I don't know, but I am excited for that because he's key in the Civil War, the Captain America and Iron Man Civil War. He's like one of the key people who brings them back together and whatnot. So I'm happy. The fanboy in me is happy. So
Yeah.
Wait, what do you guys think about like DC versus Marvel? Like, so I just want to make sure that like all of us here like aren't super invested into the comics, so our opinions are a bit like not as developed as it could be. But based on like the movies we watched and like the several comics that I've read, I just feel like Marvel's characters like they seem more human to me. You know, like you have DC where you have like Superman who's as inhuman anyone can be, you know? Like
I can
he
relate
holds like
to him that much.
he holds like an upstanding moral value that no one in the world ever has, and like it's just like he's the epitome of humans want to be, but they can never be like that. So
Yeah.
like, besides like Batman, who's I don't know, he's a billionaire, but I don't know.
Well, Batman is like the epitome of what every superhero is.
yeah, pretty much.
Because, they don't get any credit, but they, like, save everyone from, like, dying. And that's what it, like, I don't know, that's why I think The Dark Knight, yeah, it's the best, like, superhero movie, because it was the definition of a superhero movie, but, like, was the best combination of anything. It was, God. I don't even know what else to say, because
When's
everything
the last time
that
you guys
was-
watched The Dark Knight?
Oh my god, a
like
while
2
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, probably like
I
a
didn't
year
even
ago.
watch it
Man.
again.
It's
Yeah.
great.
I think I might do it tonight.
It is.
I think I might do it
And-
tonight.
I don't know. I feel like the more you watch it, the better it gets, kind of, you know?
Really?
Well, there really is a
Yeah.
lot of intricacy in
Yeah.
the plot.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think
the
so.
political side of the plot, I feel like you like realize more and more about it as you watch it. Because at first, obviously, you're just like tuned into Batman versus
Mhm.
Joker. But the more you watch it, it's like, oh, there's all this, you know, there is a lot of cool stuff going on with the Harvey Dent plot line, and you know, Joker's involved in that, and Batman's involved in that. I just think I appreciate it more and more personally.
No. No, I agree.
So,
I do agree. Yeah.
anyway,
Dang.
so
Well done.
yeah, we got that awkward silence now, and I'm thinking, do we have anything else to talk about here?
I'm gonna see you guys.
We've been on for like close to an hour, right?
It's been a good hour, I think. I think we have a good amount of stuff to edit with, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's a solid show if you ask me.
That was a solid
Okay.
show, if you
Hey,
ask
it's still
me.
going on, Bryce. It's still going on.
It's still going on, Bryce. No, yeah, so, I mean, communism nowadays, am I right? Pretty fun. Yeah.
You know,
Basically
I want to
non-existent,
say
but go on.
I want to say something about communism. Everyone's like, communism would be a great idea in a perfect world. Listen, guys, anything would be perfect in a perfect world.
Did your teacher own you by saying that
Yeah.
to you?
Wait, what?
Were you there for that?
You just try to use someone who. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I got.
Wait, what was the scenario?
We were talking about communism, and I do think that, like, you know, in a perfect world, everyone shares, everyone gets equality, you know, equal shit, whatever. It's a great idea. It is, but people want more. You know, that's what drives us to keep going. Is we want more. You know, in anything. And so obviously, in a perfect world with people being content on, you know, everything that they have, it's a great idea. So I said that. I said, I feel like in a perfect world, communism is a really good idea. And he said, well, in a perfect world, anything is a good idea. And I just went, okay.
Wait, was this in high school or college?
No, this was high school. I feel like it was Mr.
Oh.
Hope. He was a smart man. I really feel like it was him, and he's the kind of guy that would be a smart ass about something too. You know,
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
great guy. Great guy.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I have to go downstairs real quick.
Well, good luck with that. All right, we should talk behind his back. What do you think of Carson? I don't like him that much. I don't think he has a good body.
That's
Good
really
personality.
good, actually.
Hmm? Would you,
I don't know. How long do podcasts usually last for?
they could go for like a half hour. Nobody listens to one that's like more than like an hour.
Okay. I think we need to condense our ideas more. So I'm gonna stop broadcasting, okay?
Right now?
Yeah, we can keep on talking, but like the podcast is over.
Okay. Oh, did you guys say, like, did you sign off?
No, we should sign off. Okay, who's our sign off guy?
Okay.
You want it?
Okay, I got this. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Give me 3 seconds of silence. Bye. And that's our sign off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
this is Podcasts Are Us.
Podcasts are us.
Yeah, we're done here.
I guess we'll see you next time when we make a show. I guess that's it.
We'll
what
try.
they
I think
expect
we'll
me to
try
do.
to make this like at least monthly, right? We can do at least monthly.
Or bi-weekly or something. I don't know.
We should have something that's more like film
Monthly,
too.
yeah.
We should have
What?
like we should call it something that's more like film oriented.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean?
or media oriented, something where it's like, because it's something where it's like focusing on like one kind of thing. I don't know, because if we're putting it on my channel, mine's more social media, so it's more of stuff like, I don't know. That's
Okay. Oh, so what do you want to call it? Well, we're on here because I'll tell you what, we can do and an exit right now and just do new ones, and then you can edit them in, right? So we could.
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of-
I like that. I like
What are
that.
you doing, buddy?
Wait, do I have to change shirts? Like
What?
the way we look? Hey guys.
Are you trying to?
Okay, yeah, guys, we're done. Yeah, but